Why has the war in Iran provoked the wealth migration to Swiss banks? Is Dubai a safe haven? This video shows the difference between just having money in Dubai and having a structure ready in Switzerland that survives a crisis. The war in Iran reveals dangerous weakness in many structures. This video shows the importance of neutrality, political and economic stability in asset protection, family relocation, having more options for your family with a golden visa, citizenship by investment and Swiss residency. Having a structure in place, a plan B ready before something bad happens, can make the difference between surviving a crisis or losing everything you have overnight. Stay with me.
Caputo and Partners, SwissBankingLawyers.com. We fight for your money.
My name is Caputo. I'm a Swiss banking lawyer. Early in my career, I worked as a banking lawyer and compliance officer within the former UBS Group. I later served as the CEO of the Swiss Association of Asset Managers. Today, I run the boutique law firm Caputo and Partners. We help international entrepreneurs structure and protect their wealth in Switzerland through asset diversification, physical gold held in private vaults, golden visas, and much more. Let's start. A geopolitical crisis, such as the war in Iran, can take away the mobility of your family, can take away your access to banking, can take away your residence and housing options. Your ability to make a smart decision is restricted. Without a proper plan B ready, you are forced to decide within a matter of days. You may have assets, you may have liquidity, you may have an investment portfolio, but that is not the same thing as being protected. Recent articles in the Financial Times have highlighted how wealthy families are caught up in the current Middle East crisis. They have turned to a Swiss wealth manager not only for investment guidance, but for a more practical support and security services, such as safe travel arrangements for their family, including extractions from the war zone by private jet, relocation assistance, residency planning, schools for children, and coordination across multiple jurisdictions. As commercial flights were cancelled, a wealth manager who is friend and business partner organized the extraction of 30 clients from Dubai, with private jets starting from Oman. Swiss wealth management firms have once again proven that their services go far beyond portfolio management. Family office services and security services are more important than ever. And that reveals something very important. The lesson is, in times of peace, many people believe wealth management is about returns, diversification and tax efficiency. But in times of war and chaos, the real questions are much different. The question is no longer, how is my portfolio performing? The real question is, can my family move out of the country if needed? In which country can my family travel without a visa? Can I access my assets without delay? Many banks in Dubai have liquidity issues. Is my legal status strong enough? Can you organize cash for my family and me to be used in a specific transit country? Can you organize a convoy with armed security services for my family to leave the country? Do I have options in a new country? In which countries can I travel with my family instantly without visa? Where can I have a residence permit for my family and me? Do you have private boarding schools for my children? Do you have medical doctor taking care of my old mother? If the situation escalates, the question is, do I only have money or do I have a plan B that I can count on? Because this is not the same thing. For many wealthy families in the Middle East, this is now becoming very real. And let me be clear, this is not about fear, it's not about panic. Smart families do not make decisions quickly. This is about something far more important. It is about understanding that the world has become more volatile and insecure. Here is the thing. The concentration of residence and wealth in a single country is no longer just an investment risk. It is a life risk, a family risk, a legal risk, a mobility risk. If your wealth is located in the same country where you live, your family's life is at risk. If your residence, your family life, your banking relationships, your business interests and your decision-making infrastructure are all concentrated in one country, then your flexibility may be far smaller than you think. Local banks can hinder access to your money, as happened in Dubai. Your options and your family's options are massively reduced. And that is exactly what a crisis exposes. The crisis does not create weak structures, it reveals them. This is where many wealthy individuals make a very expensive mistake. They confuse investing with protection. They assume that because their money is professionally managed, they are safe. But a portfolio is not a protection. You need a prepared plan B for you and your family. A portfolio does not tell you where your family can legally live if circumstances change quickly. A portfolio does not solve residency questions. A portfolio does not structure wealth control across generations. A portfolio does not provide alternative banking access, access to cash to feed the lions in case of need, or access to physical gold coins outside the banking system in a private vault. A portfolio does not coordinate legal, practical and cross-border decisions under pressure. That is why true wealth protection starts much earlier than most people think. It starts before the crisis, when everything is calm and stable. It starts with having a plan B ready for the worst case scenario. It starts with asking a different set of questions. Not only where should I invest, but also where else can my family make a normal life? Where should my family have travel and residency options? Do I need a more valuable second or third passport? Do I need a golden visa? Do I need a second or third residency option? Where is the safest booking center for my bankable assets? Which jurisdiction gives me legal predictability? Where is financial privacy the most protected? Where are the safest banks in the world? Which solutions reduce dependence on a single country, bank, resident status or political environment? This is why Switzerland continues to matter, not because it's exclusive and chic, and certainly not it is a magic solution for everyone. It matters because Switzerland still has something that has become very rare in the modern world: stability and neutrality maintained for centuries. Switzerland has long been safe haven. Look what happened during the Second World War. Legal certainty, institutional continuity, highest level of property protection, a culture of confidentiality, and extensive experience working with international wealth across generations and borders. For smart families, those things matter far more than marketing language. But there is the key point. Switzerland is not valuable simply because it's Switzerland. It is valuable when it is used correctly. What matters is how the entire structure works together. That includes not only finding the safest banks on earth, but coordination of family planning, resident strategy with golden visa and second passport programs, asset location with bankable and non-bankable assets such as physical gold, succession planning, tax compliance, reporting obligations, security options, and a plan B ready for smart decisions if something bad happens and if life becomes motivated very quickly. This is especially relevant for wealthy families in the Middle East because many of them are already highly international. So the issue is not whether they should have a country. That is the wrong question. The right question is this: have they built enough structural options so that no single residence becomes a cluster risk? Living and banking in Dubai is a cluster risk, is a mistake. This is a far smarter way to think about wealth protection. The role of the advisor changes completely in such moments of crisis. Wealthy families do not need stock market information. They need a well-prepared plan B for the entire family to survive a crisis. When the elements of the plan B are weak, bad decisions follow. What smart families most want to avoid is not just losses but forced decisions made under pressure, as many people did in Dubai after the drone attacks. What have we learned from the war in the Gulf region? What is the lesson? Here it is. If you live and bank in the same country, your wealth and your family are much more exposed to risks. Not just ownership, but immediate access to money when you need it becomes important. Many banks in Dubai have liquidity issues. They refuse to execute transfer instructions out of the United Arab Emirates. Who can act if the account holder is unavailable and circumstances change quickly? A Swiss wealth manager is familiar with the family members. Who can sign, who can instruct, who can move? Can you order cash bills to be delivered where you need them? Residence options must be ready before something bad happens. You cannot wait 8 weeks for a visa application if your family needs flexibility. Or would you like to start from zero in the worst possible moment? Do your advisors operate independently? A banker here, a lawyer there, a tax specialist elsewhere, a security firm somewhere else? Or do you have a coordinated strategy that brings family, assets, jurisdictions and long-term security together? I have clients with a Swiss wealth management firm that has extracted 30 clients from Dubai while commercial flights were forbidden. The Swiss wealth management firm organized a convoy with security staff escorting its clients from Dubai to Oman, where private jets were ready to start for Europe. The recent Middle East crisis teaches an important lesson. The real question is, are you ready to survive a crisis? Are your access, your residence and your mobility options all tied and ready to successfully survive a crisis? A crisis creates dependency. Dependency is dangerous when conditions change fast. The families who navigate these moments best are the ones with a well-prepared plan B. If you are a wealthy individual or family with ties to the Middle East and a significant part of your life, assets or decision-making still depends on one region, this is the right time to review your structure and prepare your specific plan B, tailor-made. Because in today's world, real wealth protection is not only about what you own, it is about how well your life, your family and your structure can survive a crisis. If you are an entrepreneur and most of your wealth is still concentrated at home in a single bank, a single currency and a few stocks, it may be the time to rethink your structure. If you wish to discuss your plan B with me, visit my website swissbankinglawyers.com and fill out the form. The first step in asset protection starts with a Swiss bank account in your name. Your Swiss account will be open in 10 days. Asset protection starts with a Swiss bank account. Remember, the best performance is worthless if your assets are not protected. Your assets deserve more than hope. They deserve a fortress. Be rich and remain rich. Have a beautiful day.